waiting for me to go live. See, I don't know what is going on. I thought I was live a few minutes ago. I don't know if I'm live. Well, let me know if you can hear me if I'm live. I might not be live yet. Got to get the scores quickly. I've got to get all this done. The game started already. They've given me no time to do a layover here. This layover is actually annoying. Fucking hell. I'm missing another start here. I need to see what the Swans are wearing as well. Why are they bloody wearing grey? Alright, Gold Coast Sydney. Let's put it on. This is literally the 6th game, is it this week? 6th game. I've watched every single preseason game. Like, much more footy than I normally watch in a regular week. Which is kind of not be. Well, Andy said they were wearing grey, not black. From isolation. Have I got the right? Yeah, I do. Okay. All right. We've done the layover. Let's put this up on my Instagram story and let people know we are live. As Bitter once said, we're live. We are live. We are live. The layover was successful enough. We didn't eat too much time into the start of the game, only like a minute or two. But yeah, I'm going to put up in the story because I definitely want the numbers to be up a little bit more. But it's fine if it's just what pre-season numbers are going to be like. Because I'm going to get the streams will be better once the footy season starts. I hope. Because I've got cool ideas. All right. Let's just move Scar. Can we get actually a good amount of likes? I've attempted this like 5 times already. But let's get 200. If we get 200 likes. Maybe I'll react to some videos after for a little bit. It won't happen though. Just don't bot it. If we bot it, I'm not going to give that obviously any notice because it's not real. All right. Gold Coast Sydney. I wonder how late I'll be staying up to tonight. Octa is the only one speaking. Good start, Sydney. Can't hear anything. First game you're going to this season? Wait. First game would... Hawthorn National? I don't think I'll be bothering with Carlton Richmond again. Rather, even though the game is going to be shit, I wouldn't mind streaming the first game of round 1 again. It's become a bit of a tradition. I've done Carlton Richmond 2021 and 2022. I've done it the last 4 years. It's been something I've been doing for a while. Adelaide for $1.40 to win against the Saints. The Bulldogs are $1.40 to beat North. I reckon $3 on North to beat the Bulldogs is a good call. Oh, what a goal. McCartney's, he got that. 13-0. The Swans look a lot more dangerous than their crosstown rivals in the preseason. Yeah, look, I tipped Gold Coast, so Sydney probably win now. All right, let's chuck this up. I don't like doing those photos because I always look an idiot. Gold Coast. Not sure why you're chanting Gold Coast after you're down by 2 goals. All right. Suns Swans. The likes are low. Oh, jeez, what a perfect... This is a dream start for Sydney. Golden. Oh, Errol. I should have that song as like a goal animation if he kicks a goal. That'd be kind of like a custom goal animations. I would do anything just to be like you. Hey, maybe this game will be as high scoring as the other one. Ah, shit. I've got a bug on my leg. No, it's early on. It's really early on, so I still think that the Suns will find a way to win. Because this is at Heritage Bank, and I think they won both of their games in the trial matches against Collingwood and Brisbane. But I don't really read too much into that at all. You can't really read too much into that. All right. Nice. I'll take a look at the fixture at some stage this stream, and I want to see how many realistic double headers I could do for the streams this year, because I don't think there'd be a lot of double headers, to be completely honest. They're sort of hard because you've got to make sure everything's prepared beforehand. What's Rioli wearing? 17 again. Yeah, but I don't think he's injured. He's probably just gone off, but I'm sure he'll be fine. If this is Mac Andrew we're talking about, because they really wouldn't want to continue with these injuries that we've had all this preseason with another star player. That would just be like when is it going to end? That's what I would be feeling. Alright, I'll try and get the chat messages back up for the stream, but I don't know how long it's going to last, guys. So if it randomly stops, then that's just how it's been going the last hour and a half. So Sydney will only ever wear this jumper outside of Victoria against Gold Coast because they wear this for Melbourne games. Who do I want to win? I don't really care, mate. I mean, Gold Coast. Because I want them to do better than Sydney. So, for their sake, I'll go Gold Coast. But not as much because of the tip. I don't care about the tips. Like, I won 4 if I actually did tipping this round. for games I've streamed. I might as well make it a perfect 0-5. Yeah, we should be having more dedicated supporters for their clubs, though, on my streams. Like, one thing that it's been hard, honestly, to see growth from over the last few years is AFL live reactions. Like, I don't know if there's a cap on them, but like other sports get so many more live viewers, and it's probably because in an international sport there's more of an audience. But well, I don't know what more I can really do. Maybe I've got to commentate the game more. Maybe I've got to be a little more put stats onto the screen. I don't know. Like, my hope is to have a whole heap of fans of each club watching. But I get why you wouldn't watch it if you supported the club. Like, if I supported the Saints, I wouldn't be watching someone else doing a Saints stream, would I? But it's pre-season. I'm not going to pick a team, but I'll have energy if I need energy. But I'm not going to just... Yeah, whatever. I just feel like, I don't know, tonight's been a... There's been no interest tonight on my streams. Is that a free kick? It is a free kick to Sydney. Who gets it? A Marty who kicked 6 goals against GWS. I know, Troy. Which quite an interesting stat, because has that ever happened in the AFL, like in just a regular round, where every away team has gotten the victory? What new commentator? What new commentator? I don't know his name. I think I know who you're talking about. I actually don't know his name. I'll need to hear more, to be honest, to give a proper judgment of that. This is a really dominant start for Sydney here, especially given this is a game in Gold Coast as well. I don't have KO, so just watch your stream. Yeah, I feel like if you don't have KO, what other option do you have? I know you'd rather watch the game, though. But, like, this is sort of meant to be like well, I feel like the main point of the live reactions is to have it on in the background whilst you have the game on, so you have someone else that you can, like, watch the game with at the same time. Yeah, that's the perfect way of doing it, Octa. I appreciate it. You... Are you going to any opening round games? Nah. Be cool, though. I chat in the live chat as well. A lot of people don't, though, and I understand why. Like, either you haven't got any input to add, or you just want to have the stream on in the background. I sometimes do that myself. Not all the time I'm in the chat. What's up with the Suns jumper? That's their home jumper, mate. So you're going to have to get used to that. I don't like it as well, though. It doesn't look like it should be worn in even for training. But it's my first look at it in action. I don't like it. It looks a whole lot more like a training jumper, doesn't it? Without the design on the front. Like, it kind of does look like they're just wearing red from afar. Looks like they're running around in red singlets. Yeah, I know. Which is something you would see in training. They'd be wearing something like that more so than in a game. But they'll be wearing these in all games for home games. Ah, shit. Gordon. What is going on with all these injuries? Left foot. Can't tell you any more than that. What's happened to Errol? I actually don't know, but I couldn't say much. But he's unable to put any pressure on his left foot, so that's shocking. That's actually really bad. That's probably Sydney's best player there, just about. Mate, you'd much prefer to be 25-0 down and have Errol still healthy than this. Like, this is bad. Do I have Errol in my fantasy? Like, fucking hell. Like, what is with all these injuries? From the looks of that, I struggle to see how he plays opening round. It doesn't really look like a corky. I saw the Bont. Yeah, Bont's out for 6 weeks. Green. We were talking about in the last stream, and you've got Errol Gordon, another quality midfielder. Gold Coast. They've added strengths to their bow with their defence. So let's actually see it put into play. Because so far, Roberts, McInerney, Wicks, very easy it looks like for Sydney. Good mark from Noble. Is that Noble? I can't see that. It just looks blonde. Ewan. Good for knowledge there for myself. Rowbottom. Maybe Sydney will be a decent side this year, but like no Errol for a while would be a blow for sure. But they can still probably cover him because they've got other stars out in the full. Only losing Stark for the week. Oh, Starcevic. I thought we were talking about like Mitchell Stark. Matt Kendrick out of the game with a chest injury. These injuries with all the... Everyone's getting fucking injured. The last game, did we see an injury? McGovern, but we think he might be alright. Ainsworth picks it up. Goes back. Is that Long? Ben Long, former Saint. Lloyd. I reckon Gold Coast might be the worst team when it comes to player names because they just never talked about in the media, so you just never really see much Gold Coast. Swallow. He's been at the club for 14 years since day one. The only player that's been there since day one, I'm pretty sure. No final. So I really hope for his sake they make it. And for Gold Coast's sake on the scoreboard, they've got to get on with a roll here. Should kick this. He's hit the post. I had it. I could see it coming when he kicked it there. That was always going to hit the post. Thought he'd retired. Nah. He's not an A-grade star, but he's a solid role player, I feel. Yeah, people probably forget how many games he's played. He's been around for a while. I'm sure he's won a best and fairest, but he potentially may not have. He certainly wouldn't have won an All-Australian. Or not one, but like, you know. Butterick. Oh, that's a great kick. That's a really good kick from 50 out, and that's Gold Coast's first goal. Finally, they're on the board. Uh, 2014 it was. He could play 300 games, and it'd be probably I don't want to be disrespectful. Arguably one of the worst 300 game careers of all time. But when you're any player that's played over 200 games, you can't fault that they're not at least have been a solid player for a while. But in a pretty bad Gold Coast team every year, just about. Potentially, if he was drafted another club, it wouldn't have been the same. Or if he was drafted another club, he'd probably have developed into a better player. Stat Chat says, I think I'm the kiss of death. Had Golden lead in the AFL for disposal and Gold Coast to make finals in 3 plays. Yeah, I watched that video actually. Someone else had that exact same big call. The Suns to have 3 plays in the AA squad, which I think is a real possibility, and that would certainly be enough if that happens for them to be a final side. I like to see non-Australians talk about AFL in a positive light like that. Yeah, no, that's cool. I don't know how you've discovered it through sports betting. I don't know where you're from. Are you from New Zealand, I guess? Maybe not. There were some Americans last night that are actually sort of regulars on the streams now. Every now and then they join. Oh, Canada. Yeah, nice. My uncle's partner is from Canada. So I can't really say I got much of a Canadian connection. I've never been, but I'd like to go. Yeah, cool. So you found out through sports betting, which is an interesting way of finding out about the great game. Didn't even know you could buy. Where'd you find it though? Like, where would you find AFL on the app? You probably would have been really desperate then if you found it through that. Desperate in terms of finding a sport to bet on, if that was the case, but possibly not. You can always change your name on your Google account, I'm pretty sure. Most do offer AFL. I guess I would just never know that because I've never been abroad checking that stuff. Interesting though to know that. But you'd have to scroll a bit to find it because it wouldn't be one of the top sports though, for sure. You're stuck with the email, but you're not stuck with the actual name, at least on YouTube. Or if you really, really wanted to, just make a new account. Free kick count 10-0. Really? I don't like how you're talking like Studi, like everything's match fixing to you. Like the way you said that makes it sound like you're trying to say that they're getting, actually favoured. 10-0 is a pretty big disparity though. Checking the stats as I speak. Well, 1-10 now. No excuses though, it's only pre-season, so who cares about the free kick count in pre-season? No one complains about the umpires in the pre-season. You're an idiot if you do. AFL's on Bet365 in the UK. Yeah, right. I mean, in terms of sports betting, I'm pretty sure AFL is the most data-rich sport in the world. So in terms of betting, there'd probably be a lot more to it, a lot more markets than other sports for sure. So maybe that's why it's really popular. Who else is on Fox? Oh, I thought you meant Robbie Fox. I'm watching on KO. What's going on Foxtel? On Foxtel. Sometimes that happens. Randomly. They just have a signal error. Yeah, file's probably down. Oh, we don't have Foxtel anymore. I'm pretty sure my dad got rid of it and he just used my KO account. So he's technically getting free KO because I'm the one paying for it. I've been paying for it for the last 3 years. I couldn't hear the beep unless I'm significantly behind. But wouldn't you think it'd be on both? Same broadcast? Or I guess clearly not because I couldn't hear it. I thought he was cursing his head off. That would have been really funny. Imagine that. What a goal. Noah Anderson, new captain for the Suns. Is he co-captain or standalone captain? I'm not 100% on that. And I really need to update these away team scores. Let me check. Let's have a look. Forget about it. I'm not going to bother. Someone should just tell me. I'm sure someone knows more than I do. Please let Errol be okay. We're just going to have to wait for a report, I guess, on the injury to see how severe it is. It might not be as bad as it looked. Maybe just a bruising, but I don't think it is. Oh, they're just showing it right there. Okay, so he's the sole captain. I had a feeling. Is he 24 now? It doesn't feel like that long ago he got drafted, but I guess I'm getting older myself, so that's probably why. Oh, right, okay, Finn. Wild Rexy. And straight away, they get the kick to Amadi going well. I'm trying to remember if Sydney had a decent pre-season after they lost in 2022, the granny. Or did they start off poorly in the pre-season? I feel like they had a pretty solid one. They beat Carlton, I know that. He can like the vid if he wants to. Oh, it's a stream. I'll sound like a broken record if I keep telling people to like the stream. It just probably annoys people, so there's no point. Just do it if you... Because if you think the stream is shit, then you wouldn't like it, would you? But it'd be cool to see it continuously going up. I wonder what the future of watch-longs is going to be. Like, will there be a new wave of creators doing the watch-longs? Will I be one of the last creators standing? Because I've been doing them for 5 years, 6 consecutive seasons, relatively consistently, like at least once a week. Which team do you think has the worst captain? As a leader or as a player? Like, Luke McDonald was a captain for North not that long ago, but it's Simpkin now, isn't it? Long... Is that Fiorini? Or Weller? See, I'm just so bad with names with Gold Coast, but it doesn't matter because it's a goal. Let me check. It was Weller. Worst captain, though. I'd like others in the chat to engage here. Like, take part in these discussions. That's the whole point of a live chat and footy streams. Going through some of the other clubs. Dawson, no. Who's West Coast captain? Is it Oscar Allen? It could almost be him. I don't really rate him as a leader. But there's probably a reason why he's been recruited. Again, I hope it was Oscar Allen that is the captain. I can't think of who else it would be. Mills? Yeah, but he's still... Well, I still think if you're captaining a Sydney side and you're pretty established like he is, you can't be the worst. He's not their best player or anything, but still. So Gold Coast are really starting to get on top. Ever since the Errol Gulden injury, it's kind of turned around on the scoreboard, which... I wonder if it's a coincidence or not. Jeffrey takes it out. Jack Darling was trash. Maybe he was overrated, but there were years where he was... he won... did Has he won a best? Probably not a best and fairest. He's made the All Australian squad at least once or twice. I know that for a fact. So he couldn't have been that bad. He's kicked more than 500 goals as well. But he's made some pretty bad mistakes in grand finals, like drop marks. Remember the Collingwood game? That was that would have been one of the worst moments of any player of all time if they went on to lose that. Oh, is Duggan? Yeah, I feel like Duggan, is he an underappreciated player? Or is he just not that good, or is he underrated? Because who hypes up Liam Duggan? You forget that he's in the leadership group, let alone the captain. Was he there for their premiership? I'm pretty sure he was. I might be wrong though. And McCartan drops it. How long do you think before Giants win a grand final? I think they win one in the next 5 years. They don't want to fall back down the ladder and potentially have to do a rebuild, which I don't think they will because they've got a lot of young talent coming through. So I don't think a rebuild's happening anytime soon for GWS. But before Freo, but Freo are on the rise. But yeah, that's why a lot of Freo fans last year were really angry when the Giants were doing well. Or in some of the finals games, they were really hoping they didn't go and win that game because they didn't want to be, they didn't want GWS to win a flag before Freo, which sort of makes sense. Like they didn't want a side that entered the league 17 years after they did to win a flag before they win their first. Tassie win a flag before. Imagine Tassie make a finals appearance before Gold Coast. Because maybe they're just a cursed side. Because there's no guarantee that Gold Coast will even make a final series at all. They will though, but never any guarantees in footy. If they played how they did during the season, they win. No, they don't. I don't think they. Oh, well, they would have beaten Sydney. Would they have still played the Lions and the Granny? Because it would have altered. Because Sydney would have played Brisbane in that final. It just would have been a completely different result. And then who would the Giants have played if they would have played Port Adelaide. And you'd think the Giants beat the Power. So if the Giants beat Sydney, they would have made it to a granny. Probably playing Geelong. Maybe Brisbane. Campbell misses it to the left. So that should be the quarter. Just every time I look away, Sydney just keep adding points to their tally. They're now 4-5 when they were 4 goals 1. They have fans. Yeah, but Freo have got fans. They haven't won a flag yet. Fans don't really make much of an influence. Like, a little bit, but not really too much. Essendon have fans, and they haven't done shit in 20 years. Carlton have fans, and same goes with them. They haven't done shit in 20 years. What I need... if you had to pick a top 3... Finn, thanks for the $3, mate. I like this chat. This chat's actually pretty good right now. What would I have? Well, Saints won. I like the Giants. I probably have them top 3. Yeah, but then again, I kind of want Gold Coast to be more successful than the Giants, even though they both haven't won a flag. I just want to see Gold Coast in the finals. It was for a long time, the Bulldogs. I think it was Saints, Suns, Giants. Like, it's hard really for me to have any other sides too high. I like Adelaide. I used to hate them, but I've become quite fond of them as of late. Who else do I like? I don't mind the D's. The Dogs I kind of like. North I don't really think anyone can hate. Poor Mac Andrew. I don't think he's in that much trouble. You go for Saints, what have they done? I never said we haven't done shit ourselves. But we weren't talking about the Saints. But like the thing is, the Saints have in a way done more than Carlton have the last 25 years. At least we've made grand finals. 06 Eagles v 11 Cats. I think 2007 Geelong was better than 2011 Cats. Oh, geez, I don't know. Someone should do a simulation on like AFL 23. Or not just one, like 50, and then they gather all the results, and I guess they find the average total scores. Like I'll probably say Geelong 2011 because it's a bit of recency bias, but man, West Coast, their midfield at least was unstoppable in 2005, 2006. Kerr subbed out with an ankle injury. Yeah, we kind of knew it was like a foot/ankle injury. He was never going to come back on the field. Is it syndesmosis? That's what the commentators were saying. I don't know a lot about the seriousness of syndesmosis. I might have to look that up. Prime Meth Cousins was elite. Yeah, you're right. When he was on, when did he start taking meth? Was it what year? Or the not just meth, but all the really serious drugs when he started to become addicted? 2006 was it? I can't remember. Gotta give some respect to prime Quinton Lynch. I remember Quinton Lynch as a kid. I remember he just was a really long kick for goal. Like, just kick in general, I should say. He kicked a goal from 80 once, I'm pretty sure. So what's the size? Like, how long can he be out for? It looks like if he does have syndesmosis, he might be out for up to 10 weeks. But I don't know shit about any of this. Like, I never studied, what's the degree? That would probably sports science. Is that a degree? Probably, I don't know. Well, I'll never be a physio, that's for sure. G'day Chaz, mate. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well, mate. Gotta give some respect to Prime. Have I missed some of the... No, I've just been... I'm way too ahead. It's an approximately 6-week... Yeah, but it can be up to like... Usually 14. Well, I think it's up to 12, isn't it? I guess it depends on the seriousness of it. Or maybe it's longer than 12, actually. Yeah, no, never mind. I read the wrong thing. So it looks like here it says... It depends on how many ligaments are injured. No one knows the degree of seriousness, to be honest. Putting Swans in 9th is criminal. Well, if I had them winning that last game of more than 2 points, like by 38 points, they make the 8. In a perfect world, if that actually was a simulation that was real, if that happened in real life and they needed to win by a certain amount against West Coast to make the 8, I'm sure they'd win by more than 36. So Andrew's done. Something about his chest, I think it was. It probably is bruising. Hopefully it hasn't cracked any ribs. I feel like I don't know enough about a lot of this stuff. But I'm always happy to learn. Well, so they said it can be up to 2 months. So Ruby Schleicher has different information. She'll know more than I do. I'm only just looking it up on Google, assuming it's a syndesmosis injury. And I know we don't know the severity. Swans run off sheer luck the last 5 years. They need Paps to rock up every game. Yeah, and Papley was injured for a long period of the season last year, and they still did quite well without him. Right. Yes, I know. From having one of the best midfielders. And like, they're not going to have Bont, McRae, or Treloar for the first 6 weeks. Obviously, McRae's gone, but like, think about that. New look midfield. I don't know, maybe it's a blessing in disguise because it gives like the young midfielders coming through more chances of proving themselves on the big stage. But that's probably not what they wanted to happen. Well, definitely not what they want. I'm not sure many Bulldogs fans were praying for a Bont injury. Second quarter. Yeah, the Crows have been lucky with no injuries. That's why I think they'll do well this year. That's part of why I think they'll do so well. Or quite well. Yeah. You'll probably like where I have Adelaide in my latter predictions. That I'm going to be staying up quite late to put together out because they need to be released tomorrow. Odds on Rao making 50% of this season. I'm pretty sure he's played like 50 games in a row now. Ever since his second injury he had, I think 2020. I don't know the last time he missed a game, but he's had a streak. So quite high, I would say. He's gotten his body right. Humphrey. They should go. Oh, that's not the best kick, though. Ben King. Wow. Did well. And that didn't look like it was 15, but they're giving it to Lockie Weller, who can go back and kick a second. His last one was against... Yeah, that's the... I remember that game. I actually know, because he also had an injury round 1 2021 against the Eagles. Are you talking about that game or another one? Did West Coast play Gold Coast round 1 2022? Can't remember, mate. No idea. So Weller, who kicked their last goal from a set shot, I'm pretty sure. And he hasn't kicked that as well as the last. So what's it, 20 to 29? Giants, Carlton scores not on the... Yeah, I know. It's hard when I have to update it all on the spot. I could probably do that right now. It wouldn't take me very long. Because it says that Brisbane Adelaide's live, and that certainly isn't. So yeah, I can do that now, actually. Let me do that now, then. Yeah, so I haven't seen anything from Lombard yet, I'm not going to lie. But I don't think he's injured or anything. I think he's playing. But with all the injuries, another rookie's probably going to go down. Like I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. If the trends are going to continue, one of the players in tomorrow's game will get injured. Better not be one of ours. Fucking piss me off. Can someone in the chat put the final scores in for the GWS v Carlton game real quick? Because I can't be bothered looking it up. See, when you're saying that, I can't take you seriously with any of the other... with any of your other footy takes, mate. I haven't actually been able to watch the last minute because I've been just updating the scores quickly. Jesus shit. Yeah, Nick Dacos-Brownlow looks quite likely. I would definitely be the favourite. And that's Amadi second. Who had a pretty poor final series, bar like the match winner against the Giants. He didn't really provide them with anything, especially in the grand final. What was the biggest Saints game you've ever streamed? In terms of like how the stream has performed or like the most important game, I'd probably say the Adelaide Saints game in 2021 would be the most memorable, at least. Like, that probably drew in the most viewers. But since 2021, I've only streamed like 5 games for the Saints because I've been going to them all. Like, I've missed very few St Kilda games since 2022. Did Errol? Yes, he did. We wouldn't all be just making this up. But at least this game's been more competitive than the last game. It doesn't feel like Gold Coast have... it just feels like they have kept up in the contest after a slow start. It's the ankle Bomber Hill, I think. Might need a shower after the stream. Charlie Ballard as well. Completely forgot about him. Ainsworth. Chips it. Yeah, the black shorts better not be a mainstay in the AFL season. I don't think it is, but still. Witts grabs out the ruck there. Oh, whoever that was impressive. Powell goes over, and it's another poor kick inside 50. So that's been something Gold Coast going to touch up on, I should say, and improve throughout the game because it's been poor, hasn't it? You have a good feeling. I haven't got the best feeling, but if we can beat Adelaide round 1, then I might. Even if we make it a good contest, if we lose by more than 4 goals, and it's like, oh fuck, we're not gonna have a great year. But I reckon, yeah, definitely if we beat Adelaide, who I think will be quite solid this season, away from home, the optimism goes up a lot when you win a round 1. Noble misses. The last time we got smashed round 1, I'm trying to think. Last year we lost closely. The year before we beat Freo. The year before we lost to Collingwood by 17. The year before was 2021. And we won. The year before was against North. We lost in a close one. 2019 we beat Gold Coast in a close... We played a lot of close games round 1. 2018, the year before that, I believe we also won. I just forgot who we played. Yeah, I don't get why they're wearing black shorts. It feels like they forgot their white shorts in the at home or something. They just didn't pack it on the plane or some crap. Like, what's with the black shorts here? Or are they dark grey? I can't tell. I'm colourblind. Well, the only entertaining thing about this game, probably, or at least the main talking points, is certainly the injuries. Goulden, Andrew, and Ballard, but Goulden's is the most serious. Rao's got it. No, he hasn't. He hasn't got it. Is it supposed to be retro? Because I do not remember at all ever Sydney wearing black shorts. Jeffrey had so much time, and the look-away handball was impressive. Ainsworth over the top, and they've got a bit of space here, the Suns. Anderson goes short, finds Matt Rao, who takes, he never marks. Matt Rao's the player that takes the least amount of marks on average as a midfielder. Or one of the. When did South Melbourne wear black? I don't remember this. I thought they just wore white. Oh, actually, South Melbourne, actually. I thought you were talking about Sydney back in the 80s. But again, like, I don't remember this. This was like in the 1960s. And why would they wear black? Before colour TV. Okay, right. We looked black anyways because it was black and white. And they've missed it, haven't they? Oh, it's a goal. You say it's retro, but this is like retro that no one who lives on this planet or watching this stream at least will have any connection to in terms of nostalgia because no one would be able to remember it. 28 plays 35. I couldn't quite grab who that was who kicked that. Who kicked that? It's been a dominant quarter from Gold Coast. Closey. Yeah, dominant quarter. Let's keep this up if you're a Gold Coast fan. I would assume that's the only reason they're wearing those shorts, but it feels weird that they're deciding to go retro in a pre-season game against Gold Coast. Like, if you're going to do a South Melbourne retro kit, do it in Melbourne. Or your home game. But yeah, do it in Melbourne. Why do it in Carrara? Yeah, but I wore navy blue for my... And I wore red for another club, and we never wore black shorts. You only wear black shorts if you wear predominantly black, don't you? Like, I'm trying to think of any other scenarios where that's not the case. Did North ever wear black? No. And there you go. McCartan takes a strong mark out in front. So the Swans have had very limited opportunities, but they've been able to convert this quarter. I think every team wore black. Maybe. I don't know. You can have a look, actually, Zay, on footy jumpers. Apparently it was last worn 1974. Like, yeah, what? The grandpas of the attendance here might have a little bit of nostalgia. Like, how many people watching this game have, like, at the ground, which would probably just be the former South Melbourne supporters, have attended a game where they wore those black shorts? Let's say less than 50. Because there wouldn't be too many Sydney fans here, would there? Particularly not long term, or what's the word? Long supporting, I guess, Sydney fans. UCAT, I know I should update the score. I know Melbourne have to wear red on Sunday, but I think they're going to release that for Gatherand. Because they can wear that for Gatherand as long as Essendon don't wear a red design, and I don't think they would. Every team had black shorts before 1974. So it's not really that retro then, or as uniquely retro to South Melbourne. They're wearing an inverse of that. Well, they should be wearing a style of that for Gatherand. Every team should have a Gatherand design. Would I rather prime Austin... I'm going to not pronounce this name properly. I know who he is. Prime Austin Watamari. Watamari. Yeah, but he never played around the time where I was watching footy, though. What was the span of his career? Like, you're talking to someone who doesn't know him very well. So I'll say Monfries, but I don't think Monfries was the best at his prime. Oh, actually, no. He did play in the early 2000s. Oh, he played 2008, 2011. I thought he was like an early 2000s player. But he only played 31 games. Wanamiri. Interesting. He was a part of that like really shit Melbourne side that probably anyone can get games. Oh, actually, yeah, I remember watching a video. I forgot what video it was, but he like started in 2008. He kicked 24 goals in 18 games as a small forward. But he had a period where he kicked like 20 goals in 10 games. Sort of like what Liam Jarrah did. Another goal. Swans have just turned everything around. It was Gold Coast that held the momentum, and Sydney have kicked 2 in a row really quickly. Yeah, the Freo comeback game. Let's check. I actually want to check the goal scorers for that. Because I'm pretty sure Jarrah played that and had a lot of goals as well. Or maybe that was just Wanameri. Maybe Jarrah wasn't even in the squad at the time. He started 2009, so never mind. Do I know anything about the Saints gather round jump? Well, we wore the canny stripe last year, but that's going to be a permanent away design this year. So, will they go for something completely different that we haven't seen before, or like we haven't seen in a while? Because we have been very experimental with Guernseys more than most clubs. But like, which design would we use? Oh, it's not the same? Well, I don't know. Yeah, Wanamari. I've completely forgot about the name. I knew he played for Melbourne, but I just thought he played early 2000s. Prime Monfries, though. Like, I don't know who's better in their prime. Probably Monfries. Because he had a much longer career, at least. And I'd say Prime Monfries. Was he better at Essendon or Port? Because he's quite a handy contributor at Port in the early years, at least. Geez, I'm not going to read that. Oh. Yeah, fuck yeah, thanks. What is this? Chicken. Yeah, alright, oh, cool. Thank you very much. Wow, I didn't expect to get silver service like that. Oh, fucking hell, I dropped it on the floor. That wasn't my sister. It's alright, I've got still most of it on the plate. It's just chicken. I don't even know how it's been cooked, but it's just chicken. But it's got a good amount of flavour, so my mum's cooked it well. She can cook chicken well. I'm not the best. I either put too much salt, too much something, whatever it would be, to make the chicken just not taste the way it should be. I'd say better than the eggs on muffins, to be honest. They're pretty nice. And it's just chicken, like nothing, no rice, no veggies, no anything. What else we got? You can barely see. Yeah, I know. Even on the graphic for Fox Footy, I've noticed it's a different graphic, right, to what Gold Coast would have had it in previous years because of the new rebrand. But they don't have the red on red. And even you just saw them pan to dimmer there. It's gold, the logo, which it should be gold on the jumper. Yeah, I'm happy that I have food. I'm not going to lie. Snoopy single-handedly getting me over the line this month in terms of the threshold. I'm kidding. I've got the threshold, that's for sure. But yeah, it did look bad. We don't know the extent of it, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like he'll be back anytime soon. As Anderson puts that to the left. So 29 plays 48. I might make a poll. Just Suns logo, rate or hate. Because some are... I'd expect most to say shit, but Some people starting to have the Suns logo grow on them a little. You have to pick one side. So even if you think it's okay or it's fine, what do you think more? It's more of a shit logo or more of a great one? Oh, here's a chance for... Oh, my God. Yeah, Swallow's been playing... I think last year, he wasn't playing any midfield time at all, really, last year, because he doesn't need to be. He's not as quick as he used to be. And he was never really a quick player. Hate 78%, rate 22. Only the 24 votes, though, so you don't get the greatest... 25 votes. Yeah, still not the biggest range of votes. I think that Guernsey's worse as well. The logo isn't an absolute car crash, but I still think it's the worst in the AFL. But I might start getting used to it a little bit more and not hating it as much. Because I used to hate Fremantle's theme song, but now I like it. I feel like this is weird how the Suns thought this is a good idea, but everyone hates it. And I don't think everyone's just hopping onto the bandwagon of hate. They just genuinely hate it. Yeah, Rioli hasn't looked amazing early on, I'm not going to lie. I disagree. Adelaide's... They kind of needed a rebrand, and they did a really good job, I feel. Sort of blends old with new in a way. Well, did anyone actually bother reading the reason behind the rebrand? Like the specific reason why they decided to use that as their logo and Guernsey? Because what is it actually supposed to symbolize? I know what the logo is supposed to symbolize, but why red on red? Melbourne should... I thought the Melbourne Demon logo was cool. The older one with a demon was much cooler, but I think their new one's cleaner. I didn't really like the logo they had in like 2011? Just way too much was going on in that. They had like a 3D effect. You shouldn't have a 3D effect on a logo. Alright, that was actually quite tasty. Plain chicken, it's just hard to eat, but if, like, that didn't even have... I didn't have sauce with that. I just had the chicken, but it was cooked quite well. Still though, I'm hungry. I would consider ordering a pizza, but honestly, I probably would only do it if someone donated like $50. And who's going to donate $50 for me to get a fucking pizza? Yeah. Well, make sure you vote that in the poll then. But it's not really a rebrand. I wouldn't call that a rebrand. Because they're going to revert back to the old logo after 2025 anyway. And I don't even know if they're going to be using it. Well, I mean, the AFL website use it as the main logo, so maybe they are going to use it. And Closey kicks a second. It doesn't feel like this game is as close as it is, but it's only 12 points. 4.5 to go. Well, I never thought Shane Edwards was ever an A grader. Like, you sort of forget he played over 300 games. And so did Nick Del Santo, but I feel like he was more of an A grader at his prime. So I'm going to say him. Biased, obviously, but even though Edwards won 3 flags, I still think Del Santo was a better player. You are making me think, to be honest, with these questions. But they're good questions. But Prime Dale Sano was at another level. He was an absolute. He almost won a Brownlow. I forgot what year. He had a few years where he was like in the top 5. Might have been 2005 or some shit. He made the All-Australian team 3 times as well. So he was a good. He was not just a good player. He was a great player. Great servant of the club. Used to be my favourite player. Had a number 26 on the back of my Guernsey for the first 8-9 years, and I don't know. Then I can't remember who my next favourite player was. Might have been Brendan Goddard, and then he left. Del Sano left, and I'm like, put a gun to my head. Shane Edwards, did he ever win an All? I say win. You don't win an All. Was he ever an All Australian? Once in 2018. Oh, that could be a good trivia topic. A trivia idea for your next video. Some to like singular All Australians. Or like, was this player an All Australian, or I can't speak today. Was this player an All Australian, or were they not? And then you could put like Shane Edwards in the mix, because I don't know if people would pick that. And you have to click yes if they were one, and if it wasn't, I don't know. Shit idea probably. Oh God, I'm getting too tired. I've been literally behind a screen for 13 hours. I feel like last night I was better suited for the entire double-header stream, because I had a few breaks within the day where I went outside. Never got the chance to do that at all today. And I had food beforehand. And I had a good burger for lunch yesterday as well. Yeah, it's an idea, but you don't really do that concept where you have like a list of players and you have to pick which ones were and which ones weren't. Because you more just have to, you actually have to say the player name, not choose out of the players on the list. But I think that could work. Kind of like Trivial Pursuit, where you have to pick which ones are correct answers to the certain category. Do you have a favourite player that played under 50 games? I don't even think I have a favourite player. Oh, no. Naz is probably my favourite player now. He's played over 50. If he played under, I'd technically... it'd be some niche Saints player, probably like in the last 15 or 10 years, probably since 2013. Eli Templeton would be a shout. He played under 50. I'm sure he did. I know you probably know. You might have a Guernsey of Eli Templeton. I wouldn't be surprised. Probably have a Guernsey of half the players in the comp. He certainly played under 40. Only had 14 games. He was no good, but the hair made him exciting. Who else? There's a niche Saints players in the early 2010s. Luke Delaney, Cameron Shenton. But that was just peak 2014, when we would concede 130 every week. Because we had no defence. We had an ageing Sean Dempster and Sam Fisher. And that was about it. Like, actual talented defenders. That's when Jimmy Webster played his first year, actually. He's been around for a while. We had Shane Savage. Luke Delaney, Shenton. Simpkin as well, I think. Tom Swift is the only... Yeah, I have a footy card, actually, of him in 2010, but don't know anything much about him. Favourite burger. Don't mind a good cheese and like a bacon cheeseburger. They're pretty nice. Ed Phillips. He was actually all right for us. Ahmed Saad. Good shout. He would have actually probably been my favourite, because he actually did all right. And he would have played under 50 because he had some troubles with the police in 2014, I think it was. So he missed the full year. Then we recruited him. and had him on our rookie list. And he played like a few games in 2015, but he was actually really solid for us in 2012 and 2013. We thought we had a gem. He made it to a footy card, a team coach footy card in his first season. You know you're a decent player when you do that. And obviously you had the long run up. The garage man. Trent Dennis-Lane. Yeah, Trent Dennis-Lane as well. Who else? Terry Malera. Bo Meister. He was good a couple of times, and then he became the whipping boy. Everyone fucking hated him. 'Cause I remember he slipped over against the Eagles in 2013. Cost us the game when Eric McKenzie, and you'd remember that stat, chat. When Eric McKenzie kicked the winning goal, we were right behind it when it happened. Pissed me off a lot. Wicks will clear it out, and that'll be it. So, a 13-point margin. We haven't really been talking too much about the game, more about random footy topics from back in the glory days. Not really the glory days, early 2010s for St Kilda were never the glory days. Yeah, glad to hear, Wispy. How long have you had the stream on in the background for? What else we got? Ollie Hanrahan. For Hawthorn, yeah. James Gwilt. Yeah, he was good. He played a lot. He played a fair amount of game. He was a mainstay in our squad for a while. He was still with us in 2014, so that was another defender I could have added. Roberts. Well, I am not great when I watch the game and just assume, because I don't think he's been that busy, but you only care about his fantasy. Let's just check his fantasy. Good. 14 touches, 57 fantasy. 1 mark, 1 tackle, 5 marks, but I haven't really been fully focusing on the game, so that's why I wasn't sure completely. Fucking hell. We could probably try we could try today's war pool actually, even though this chat's still continuing. But we can have. What happened to my camera? Hold up. Hopefully he doesn't get enough where more jump on. Yeah, but he's. People know about. People already know Roberts is a pretty decent fantasy option. Give me a sec. Let me just put on the camera. But not be flat. I swear if it's flat, that'll be shit. Just be overheating instead, please. Oh, it is flat. Shit. I mean, I guess. In all fairness, it was on like low battery for 3 hours, so I was surprised it lasted that long. I wasn't really able to do much because I had to keep it on. Alright, well, we'll move to the webcam for a bit. The webcam works pretty nicely, and there's a reason why I have it. It's for when situations like this occur. Just give me, I'd say 1 minute, give me more than that. Hold up. Feels like there should be, well, not should be, but it feels like there are more people in the stream because the chats have been almost go as far as to say far superior than the previous stream. Come on, work, please. Yeah, hold up. That looks like shite. Why doesn't your mate ask the question then, Nick? Okay, that doesn't look the best because I need another light. I can make it work. Obviously, I need to fix the angle a little bit more. Oh, is that way too high, that? What about if I do this? I reckon this will look shit. Oh, actually. Hold up. Little side angle. It'll work for a little bit. Move the light around. Yeah, different angle. Fuck. You saw nothing. Oh, I should not destroy this. If I destroy this, I'll be really frustrated because it's almost irreplaceable. That's not a rage moment. The chair was stuck on the blanket. I don't really know why I'm wearing a fucking blanket. That's not clip farming. If I was clip farming, I'd be doing what Blake does, and he gets a donation. He goes. That's what Blake would do if he got a donation. I don't clip farm anymore. I used to sometimes do it, but I don't think I've done it in a very long time. I genuinely was trying to get that blanket out of the bottom of the leg of the chair because it was stuck. Carter, is our season over with? Mate, every big club has had a big injury so far this pre-season, so I don't even think it matters, but like I think you've just put yourself in an even spot now in the comp because everyone else has got an injury. As you said, it's a typical syndesmosis injury. Look at me, my name's... Alright, let's do today's Wordle or whatever it's called. Footle. No. Oh, that's what that thing was called. Let's do some Footle. I forgot what the name was. Footle. You know, I've actually technically got a new bed. That's not done. Oh, what's the... Actually, wait. What is this? Shit. What the fuck? Oh, wait. Never played this game before in my life. Maybe next stream I'll have a scene for when I want to... Alright, it's good enough. Give us play names, chat. I'll honestly, you know what? I'm not even gonna... Well, I'll play, but I won't have this... I won't have the biggest input. Oh, it's reset the timer as well, hasn't it? Just not that big of a deal. Let's go Massimo D'Ambrosio then. Player not found. What the hell? Player not... Maybe I spelled him wrong. Let's just go Zach Butters. Okay, I either spelt D'Ambrosio wrong or... So... Is this just Warple, but it's Warple without the player, so I've got no idea. All right, SA, give me some SA names, chat. 1S. Look, I was just looking at Wispy, all right? I've completely, yeah, probably, it's not SA. No, it would be. It'd be grayed out if it wasn't SA. This is a different game. This would have to be an SA player. Isaac Rankin. Could be him. Actually, no, it couldn't because he... Well, fuck it. Let's just see. What the fuck? How old is this shitty game? It says he plays for Gold Coast. Nah, we're not playing this anymore. Alright, let's just quickly do it. Alright. It'd be green if it was right. No, I think this just is a weird game. Well, yeah, it'd be green if it was right. It is green. Yeah, shitty game though. This is outdated as... Who knows how outdated it is. I made a video on that like in 2020 because it could be 2022 then. Alright, South Australian players. I don't really know too many, to be honest. Like, I should know more. Jordan Dawson then. Should be a Adelaide player. So... Didn't give me any help. It says he's number 34 as well. Fucking hell. So he's... This is old. No, well, we might as well just try and see if we can get this right. Chad Wingard. It's not that old, man. Actually, is Chad Wingard... Because it could be Hawthorn's Chad Wingard. Is he? I don't even know if he's South Australia. I think he is. No, he's Victorian. Idiot. Bad guess because he was Victorian, but don't remember if he was or not. South Australians. Cripps is he's WA, isn't he? Apart from the Adelaide and Port players, for some reason I'm not getting anyone that. I think it's a WA player. What do you mean it's a WA player? What do you mean it can't be an SA player? The state that they're from, it doesn't have to be the state that they play for. It has to be WA Vic. No, mate. Yellow means it's close. Vic borders SA, so it'd be a WA then. Alright, Patrick Cripps is from WA, so you're saying it's a WA player. What a shitty app if it... He's from... Okay, so it's the team they play for then. Alright, let's just do a West Coast player then. And because it's so old, we'll go Josh Kennedy. How is he not found? Oh, God, this game is shocking. Jack Darling. Actually, no. Let's not go to random. I think we have one more guess. So you guys reckon he's a WA? It must be that then. It's not it's not from where they are. So they must be a ruckman then. They must be older than... It could be Nick Natanui. But that's 9 though. Think about it. I reckon it's a ruckman just about. No, think about it. Matt Flynn, I don't even think it'd be him. I don't think he played for West Coast at the time this is made. I'd say Nick Nat because this is made in like 2022 or something. What number was Lysette? Was he 1? Because you... Actually, no, it wouldn't be... Because this would be green, so I'm going to say Lysette. But is he older than... They've got to be older than 1993. Vardy? Or he retired? I don't know. Let's go Lysette. Shit. Sean Darcy. Darcy would have been a better guess. Because Lysette was 29 and he played for Port. I completely forgot that the year this was. He played for Port. No, Lysette played for West Coast. I'm almost certain. Otherwise, it's like some Mandela effect shit. He played for West Coast, but he didn't play for West Coast at the time this is made. I didn't know when this is made. Oh, he played for West Coast ages ago. I should have known that he played for Port. Alright, shitty. Could I go again? Sure, this isn't daily. It's just random. We'll go again then. Alright, I'll go one more. I know people probably don't like this, but who cares? We'll do Warple after. Okay. It probably makes more sense at state, but I just feel like it doesn't matter with a team. But anyways, Freo. I know Freo exists, but for some reason, because this was so old, I was thinking Aaron Sanderlands. But whatever. Let's go a Saints player. Let's go Max King. Actually, no, it wouldn't be because of the birthday. They'd be older than 1998. Older than 1994. Victorian. No, this is made in 2022, I think. Or 2023. No, it would have been, I reckon, 2022. Victorian player. Well, played for a Victorian club. No, it's not younger. It's older. Or is it younger? Oh, actually, you might be right. Younger as in like the age go. Yeah, that's what probably threw me off with the Lysette one then. That's why I didn't think of Darcy. You're right, actually. Nick Dacos. It could be literally could be Nick Dacos. Does that mean we're close to... It must be number 36 then, right? It's just so ambiguous. So 36 for Vic. It's not Collingwood or Saints. It's short. That was born between 1998 and 2003. But they were that in 2022. Huntsman reckons it's Dylan Moore. I don't know who wore number 36 in 2022. So let's just go. Who do I trust more, Huntsman or Wispy? I'm going to trust Huntsman. Because he's short as well. Remember, James Blank isn't short. What the fuck? He's shorter? He was right about him in 36. 36, shorter than 176. Come on. Shouldn't be that hard. 36 for Carlton. Yes, this is either 2022 or 2023. Daniel. No, Dalla Daniel wasn't 36 though. It's not a Saints player, it's not a Collingwood player, it's not a Hawthorn player. Is it Cozzy Pickett? Hey, is he 36 now? I just don't know. He probably isn't, but I for some reason think he is. He might not be. Let's just go Pickett. I think he's 36. I've spelt him wrong. I can't remember if he's 36. Patrick Naish. Well, I didn't get his name right. Love how the chat is not helping me in any way. It's the same 10 people. Well, someone just put Cozzy's name and we'll just give it a crack because it didn't... Fuck it. People are saying these silly guesses. That's how you spell it. He's number 36. I'm almost certain. Oh, let me copy. Oh, my. Hard name to spell in all fairness. There we go. Let's do... Yeah, as if no one else gave me the reassurance and the confirmation that he was 36. Thanks for your help. Not. All right, let's do Warple. It'll be more current at least. We'll play Legends after. That looks like Connor Rosie. It's not. But he's 185 centimeters. So in this as well, does yellow mean it's the next one over? If you're keen, I've got a quick AFL trivia game you could play. It works like a connection. Yeah, that would be cool. Is like kind of like word association? No, not real. No, what's the wavelength? It's kind of like the wavelength. Yeah, I'd play that, but I don't think we're gonna have time. Nick Martin, someone says. All right, well, if it is Nick Martin. It's not letting me guess. Why is it not... No, it's not him. Nick Martin's 192 centimeters. And they made their debut before 2019. So Vic's SA, they must play for a New South Wales club. New South Wales club. Or Queensland. Does Queensland border South Australia? I don't think it does. Oh, actually, it probably does. No, it definitely does. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're second half. Yeah, second half. Sorry about that. We'll you know what? We will probably do that stat chat. It's not a bad idea. But hopefully we get a little more focus on this game. We'll see if my camera's got enough charge. It should have enough charge, but we'll probably just keep this. We'll keep it like this for another... let's go another... wait. Maybe another 5 minutes. Riyad Andrew. Is it Riak or Riyad? Riak, I think. I should know. I streamed the draft. The links don't work. Yeah, links to... I'll give you... this is going to anger a lot of people, but StatChat have established themselves as a fairly well-known figure in the community. So because of that, you get a mod. So you can put the link in now. It's going to piss off a lot of people, but I feel like that's a deserving mod to give away. So, yeah. All right, now you can put a link in. No links, too much spam, and no, it's not like he's putting a link to a porn site, mate. McCartan's really been impressive in this game. Is this for his third? There's like one person behind the goals in the cheer squad there. That's funny. Tom McCartan. So he is going to be, which is a little bit of a surprise to hear that he's become a permanent key forward after being pretty solid fullback, and I feel like they have all right key forward stocks. What about Logan McDonald? Is he actually not playing? I haven't even seen him. Started as a key forward. Yeah, he did. But is Logan McDonald even playing? Oh, I keep forgetting to add these irrelevant points. Is he injured then? Had a farm era. I probably should know the update on it. Is he injured? Because if he is, what am I talking about? Oh, for fuck's sakes. He is injured. When's he going to be back then? Because I said in my predictions video that he kicked 50 goals. How did I not even know about that? Octa, you probably would know an update. Will he be fit? Well, I don't think he'll be fit for opening round. Will he at least be fit and returning to the side within the next month? And my timer's stopped. Round 2-ish. Okay, it's not as bad. Then that big call doesn't seem as silly, but I probably should have known he wasn't playing. Should have probably known. 1 minute. 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 1 But in all fairness, when doing the draft, the fantasy draft with the Miranda lads, I picked Tom Green as one of my first picks. But I completely forgot about his injury. But I still think Tom Green is a good fantasy player to have regardless. So he would have been picked up anyways. He's just going to have a delayed start to the season. He'll be back after their first bye. Wispy reckons he should be back round 1, but I'm believing the Sydney fan, to be honest. Yeah, when it gets to 5 on the timer, next goal I'll change to the other camera because I think it should have enough charge to last the rest of the stream. Okay, it's not a bad angle, but it's not as ideal. McCartan again, it's seriously a dangerous target up there. The Connect game was fun. It's cool that there are more of these AFL games to play on these streams and all that. Realistically, you've got no excuse to be bored at half time. Because if you've got nothing to do, just get a game up and at least you have something to talk about. Show on the screen. I just haven't seen it yet because I've not clicked on the link yet. But we'll have a look at 3/4 time. Next goal. So, better not curse me here and have a goalless quarter. The game is not AFL based, but it can be used with AFL top. Can it? Well, it can be used with any topic then. All right. Is it kind of like that Wikipedia game where you got to get from one article to another in as fewer clicks as possible? Is it kind of like that? Because you could do that with anything. Here's a chance for Weller. He goes, great kick. Oh, Fiorini drops it, but he might get the free. He doesn't. Sorry, Ainsworth. Linking players by category. But you said it wasn't AFL related, so why players? If you're talking about Josh Tracy, I don't know why you didn't just say Josh Tracy. Oh, this one StatChad made. Oh, so you make your own games. Oh. Yeah, okay. So you could... So there's probably like a standard version where you could just play and it's random, but if you want to play a specific version, you can have an AFL one if someone has made one. Like, they're not out of it here, the Suns, but it doesn't feel like they're going to win this. It kind of feels like a few of the other games we've watched where teams have just been lagging behind the whole game. Because the Swans kicked the first 4 goals of the game, and ever since then, the Suns have slowly pulled the lead back. Geez, we've got a really shit amount of likes this stream. I know I shouldn't be so negative, but... What's with a low amount of likes? Probably because we have like the same people in anyways. Alright, we want a goal. I don't care who. I'd rather the Suns, but we don't care. We just want a goal. Richmond has had the biggest downfall in history. Yeah, but they're not going to care that much. At least they've won. I know, yeah, you mean by downfall. Like, how long ago were they the best team in the AFL? Yeah, both games have been boring. Yesterday was more entertaining, the games. I can guarantee that for a fact. If this ends up being close, though, at least there'll be something. McCartan again. So he's doing a bit of defensive work up forward, fisting it out. 4 to 5 years, they're going to be good again. Yeah, I agree. It won't be like, it won't be a quick rebuild, I don't think, at all. Jesus Christ. Sydney are getting a lot of free kicks in this game. Eagles John was right. That's Brett Kirk's son, isn't it? Indy Kirk. And Marty could kick it off the ground there, but he can't. 57. So the 8 goals, 9. Sammy G. I think Sydney. Well, I think Sydney. They've been actually quite impressive. And despite the preseason form, I just think at the SCG, at home, they'll want to get off to a good start in front of all their home fans. Hawthorn will have a rusher. I don't know. I don't think they'll be able to live up to the hype early on. I don't really know, Wispy. I find it quite ridiculous how you need to make a 30th account as well. Or 80th. That's even more ridiculous. Yeah, like I'm quite surprised the Suns aren't winning this, because they really should be proving a little bit more than what they're showing. They could still win. There's still plenty of time. But Sydney have some outs. Like, there's no Heaney or Warner or Goulden right now. Or Grundy. Fuck, I should have checked the list beforehand. But there are a lot of key players not playing for the Swans. McDonald, we talked about earlier. Bailey Humphrey goes long, and that almost went through. I guess the preseason games feel more boring when there's just seriously no atmosphere. Like, it kind of feels like I'm watching 2020 footy a little bit. And ever since I said that stupid change the webcam when there's a goal, we haven't seen a goal. McCartney's pushed up to the wing. Sucks they play this at Carrara. They always play at Carrara. Have the Suns actually played any games in Gold Coast but not at Carrara? Probably not. Like, where else would you play? Southport? Why would you play there? Or have, like, they maybe have a game in Townsville or something like that. Like, they should bring back the community aspect of the community series. Is that they still call it the Amy Community Series? They are rivals with Southport, but they played there recently, didn't? When have they played a pre-season game at Southport? No one plays properly. No, I kind of disagree with that. Especially when you need to prove yourself, as a player especially, but as a team, like you want good early form. It doesn't matter as much. Like, it probably didn't matter at all for Geelong against Essendon. Can we just get a goal, please? It has been all Gold Coast for the most part. Like, I can safely assume that they probably have more inside 50s than Sydney. I could check that, actually. Well, the Swans have a 19-5 free, so that's a crazy stat. Gold Coast have 3 more inside 50s. But Sydney have defended well. This is the most boring game of the preseason. Well, it started okay with Sydney kicking the first 4, and then we had the calamity of injuries, but it just has been one of those really... It's been a typical Metricon Stadium, all interstate, shitty atmosphere boring game. Relatively low scoring now. Campbell goes for goal but misses. Inaccurate. It's nothing you really want to see in a game. Bloody hell. It's just, yeah, I don't regret streaming tonight, but if I would have been told the results afterwards, I decided not to stream, I wouldn't have felt as bad. Powell goes short. Rogers to the wing. There's a 3-on-2. Ben Long wins it. Needs to kick it quickly. He does. Row bottom. Really, really well done with him. By him. You can tell I'm getting more tired with the errors in commentary. Holy fuck. They're teasing us a lack of goal. Well, this could be a goalless quarter after I literally said I'll switch my camera when we get a goal. Photoshop. I don't really know how to use Illustrator. I could use it if I wanted to, but I'll just use Photoshop. I feel like it's more of an important program to understand the skills of. Who do you think's winning the finals? The grand final? I'll probably reveal that in my predictions tomorrow. Not tonight. Noble. They haven't done nearly enough for this, and whenever they do, they just don't look clean enough. They just feel like there's always a cine player right behind them when they try and transition, the Suns, which would be a concern given, you know, the expectations heading into the season. Photoshop, Premiere Pro, and After Effects could be the three. Yeah, I know a little bit of After Effects, but still not enough. And King takes a good mark. I haven't seen a lot of King. Please kick this, King. Maybe when there's a goal, it'll get things going a little bit, because so far it really has felt very stale. And unfortunately, it's reflected in the chat right now, and the viewers just not great. Oh, far out, King. Kicking it like your brother. 5-10 to 8 goals 10. I'm guessing you stream. No, I go to the games when Saints play. Kicked 55 goals and didn't come top 10 of the best and fairest. It's stiff. It feels like the Suns are so out of this game, but, you know, you can kick a couple quick and, you know, they're... Oh, Ben Long. Closey. Anderson. Jeez, and that would have been a goal as well from Long. I know he's not the best set shot, but Jesus Christ, mate. Jeez, I haven't seen Taylor Adams much in this game. Andrew's been pretty good for Sydney, not going to lie. I've moved my camera because the other one's flat, but I want to move it back. But I said I'll only move it back when there's a goal, and we haven't had a goal this quarter. Like, are you... It's like they're doing it on purpose. We had a goal very early on, and after Tom McCann kicked the goal, I'm like, you know what? Next goal, I'll do it. Boring, boring, boring. And a bit of a concern for Gold Coast, because I feel like they would have had something to prove here. Sydney have just... I don't know, they've always looked a few steps ahead of the play. McCartan. He'd get votes if this is a game in a regular season at this rate. Yeah, poor kick. No one can find a target, and then when there is a really good shot, you see drop marks, like with a Ben Long one. Do you have a footy tips? I will have a footy tips comp soon. Yeah, I will. I'm probably going to respond back to a few people that that I'm in discussions with in regards to that. 7:38. Jeez. If there's never a goal again in any game I stream, I'll never use my camera again, I guess. But I've said it a few times. It's only 3 goals. The Giants-Carlton game, it seemed like Carlton had it sewn up like at half time, honestly. Whereas Gold Coast at home don't deserve to win unless something changes drastically in the next quarter and a bit. Any questions in relation to all this stuff? I'm just going to not answer, not because I think they're bad questions, but because I want to just wait until my ladder predictions and then I can talk about it. Because some people don't really want me to give too much away, because I don't know, they like to not have any idea when watching the video. What was the bullshit free? It doesn't matter. You've had enough of the free kicks. One free kick against isn't going to hurt. Noble, Rioli, the 2 new recruits link up. Good ball use. Anderson. Seriously, they've been so ineffective in the forward line, the Suns. It's actually a joke. Really ineffective. They have a lot of players as well that are freed up in the forward 50, but whenever they get to it, they always make a meal of it. Oh, it is only pre-season wispy, so it probably doesn't matter much, does it? Another thing about Gold Coast games, they kind of feel always like training sessions because of the Guernseys they're wearing. Ladder predictions are the most exciting thing to watch because you don't know what people think. I feel like there are more exciting videos to watch on YouTube than ladder predictions, but they always do well, the ladder predictions, every year. And every creator basically gets good views for the ladder predictions because everyone wants to know, everyone wants to know what you think in terms of the, I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I just want this quarter to end. Get a goal. This is so, I'm talking like Coast Club. I'm kidding, Coast Club. He's not watching, but I'm yapping like Coast Club. G'day, how's it going? Boring, Jesse. This is just, the biggest highlight, I reckon, of the 2 streams that I've gained almost 65 subs. But Gold Coast have been so poor. Honestly, Sydney as well haven't been that much better, but this quarter they're doing all they need. Just hold out the Suns. Yeah, you always get those comments. You get a lot of engagement for the predictions videos. So that's another reason why they do all right. And looks like they have another injury or just like is that Lockie Weller? It's worse as well for the opening round teams because they have no break before their first game. So there's an injury or a concussion. Like especially there's a concussion like with Starcevic. They missed the first game of the season. So if you're playing in the preseason, you'd rather not have a game opening round. And yeah, could be the worst. It's 100% the worst. I thought the Giants v Carlton game was pretty bad, but so far this is definitely the worst. It could turn out to still be close, but for majority of this game, I haven't really been enjoying it. Yeah, it's kind of wrong to say that, Jesse. You shouldn't say you're happy, but let's just say it works out all right for the Pies. Point on the full. Anderson, I mean, they're trying, but geez, they're just butchering it. I think you'll win regardless. I definitely think you'll beat the Dogs. The one thing I guess the Dogs have going for them, it's a big game for them, so that maybe I wanted to turn up for the occasion, but I don't know. It's kind of like last year with the Saints and the Pies, but the Dogs are going to have like no one. But they looked good against Hawthorn without the Bont and all the other players they haven't got playing for them at the moment. opening round game do you think will be the best? Gold Coast Essendon. Gold Coast play like this and Essendon play like that against Geelong. It won't even be that good of a game. Essendon will completely dominate. Honestly, most of the home sides for opening round have been quite disappointing this preseason. Like Gold Coast, well, this game they've been bad. GWS. There's Elliot Himmelberg. They are probably winning, definitely winning the possession, I reckon, in this quarter, the Suns. Only one goal has been scored in 16 minutes. I literally cursed this game. Why did I say that thing about the camera? Fucking hell. I was enjoying myself in this second quarter because the game wasn't too bad and we had some good shots. Now everyone's just complaining alongside myself. We've got a lot of sore losers in this stream. Corbin Middlemass. That's the name of the guy. Never heard of him. That's a weird name. Middlemass. I don't know what to talk about. Anyone else have anything they did today that's interesting enough for a discussion? Because, God, it's hard to... It'd be hard for the commentators as well, but they get paid to do this. I don't. Wits, why didn't you grab it, mate? Like, seriously. Anderson has actually done all right this quarter. Rao. Noble. Noble's been pretty solid this quarter as well. Ainsworth. Once again, oh, there we go. They break free. Oh, Jesus Christ. Seriously, it's like I'm supporting both sides at once. Get a goal. It's probably annoying, actually, hearing me complain. Maybe it's entertaining. I don't know. Do you think the Swans look good or bad in the... Well, I don't think they look good in the black shorts. I made my opinion on that quite known earlier on. But apparently it's because they wore black shorts when they were South Melbourne back in the 70s. But that's so long ago. Why would it matter for this game? I don't understand. What I think is they left their white shorts at home. Or they could wear red shorts. Just like black. They don't wear this. They don't wear black. The Swans. So it just looks like it's a really off-putting. But, like, I mean, it's only pre-season, so it's not that big of a deal. If this is a normal game, it'd be disappointing. If, for whatever reason, I was at this game and thought it would have been a good idea to vlog it, the vlog's over right now. Ethan Reid gives away a free and 15-metre penalty that will be, and Wicks has got a chance to finally break the long drought of goals, which I feel like will kill Gold Coast's confidence, even though they probably don't have much right now. But they've been trying to score. They've just been unable to. Wicks got it. Well, 22 points, and that finally breaks the run of goals, which means I can use the new camera. So they've kicked the only 2 goals here, Sydney. Really poor. Disappointed here. Almost more disappointed than GWS to an extent, but I'd probably still be the Giants. Worse. Alright, this will have battery, surely. Yeah. Yeah, it looks better. I didn't hate the angle from the last camera, but... Oh. There's no denying this is a better angle. Poor from Ethan Reid. Ah, jeez. Maybe Gold Coast aren't going to be the home side, dominant side that we thought they were going to be. 63 in the chat. Be nice if we can get a few consistent viewers in the last quarter. 60's, it's all right for one of these games, I guess. Especially when the game's so poor. There's not much you can do to, lift up everyone's enthusiasm because there isn't really any. Minute 24 in what has safely got to be the worst of the preseason games we've watched this week. Brisbane, Adelaide the best. Then I have to say Geelong, Essendon. And then the Bulldogs, Hawks. I wouldn't want to concede here the Suns in red time. Oh, look, they're so... It's like the ball's a bar of soap. A lot of drop marks. Fumbles. Poor handballs. Matt Rao, has he had 10 tackles? Is he close to? Because that's my big call. No, 3 not many at all this game. Feels weird, but it feels like there's been a lack of pressure, but from Gold Coast more so than Sydney. How come I used the other? Because my camera was flat, and also I did say in the third quarter after Sydney got their first really early on that I won't change it till the next goal gets scored, and there was like a 25-minute drought just about of no goals. That'll be it. Siren sounds. So yeah, my hope for the Suns in this game at least is crushed, to be honest. I can't really see anything positive happening in the last quarter, but you never know. It is at home. They can reset and get something going. But they were goalless that quarter, so really disappointing. Sydney, they controlled the game for most of it. They were that quarter at least. Quarter 4. I don't have one of those set. Let's see if StatChat... Yeah, okay. I've lost his link. Brilliant. And I don't think they're watching this stream, so... Actually, no. He sent it to me. That'll honestly be better than watching the game. 100%. Hands down. Let's find it. Oh, it's on Instagram. Oh, they're still... Okay, yeah. That's fair, Octo. Are you not going to watch the rest of the game, or you are just not going to watch the stream? Good God, that quarter was dreadful. Oh, it was particularly from Gold Coast. I mean, I don't know if you're a Sydney fan. Like, I don't know what you'd think of that, but I think overall you'd be quite impressed with how you've played. You wouldn't be happy with the overall result of the Goulden injury, that's for sure. But a lot of your stars aren't playing, and you're playing a full-strength Suns side that have just been shocking. All right. So, never even heard of this game, but I feel like we'll get the idea pretty quickly. Look at that. Everyone's just completely shitting on the game. We'll move this up so you can see the comments. All right, so let's have a look at this. AFL Stat-agrees, or StatChat-agrees, we should say. Number 1. How do I play this? How many are there? Oh, okay, right. I actually do not know how this is. All right, let's just go Lenny Hayes. 16 players that you need to sort into groups of 4. How do you sort them? Can't even move anything. I certainly feel like I'm the idiot here and I'm doing something wrong. Oh, you click on all 4 and click submit. So you can't just have them in an area and then decide whether or not you feel like that's right. You have to do it all at once. Small forwards. I feel like that'd be too easy, but do we have... Okay. Anyone with any ideas that haven't played this one yet? Four that relate to each other. Yeah, but they could be relating to each other in so many ways. Who knows? Brownlow medal, premiership players, captains, Cameron Ling, Norm Smith medalist, Lenny Hayes, Luke Shuey, Lenny Hayes, Isaac Smith. Oh, there's not a... Oh, did Byron Pickett win a Norm Smith? I don't think he did. I'm not sure he did. Premiership players. Actually, Ollie Wines, Matt Priddis, Cooney, Shane Woden. Has to be one, surely. Surprise Brownlows. All right, that's good. Let's see. Let me know in the chat if you have any, if anything comes up or just springs into mind. You can let me know if you've got any ideas or suggestions. This would be fun to play on stream, but I feel like my audience would get bored quickly if I did it like at 7 o'clock because they're like, oh, they just want more interactive stuff. Let's see. Geelong players, maybe? Players that played for Geelong. I feel like they'd be a bit obvious. I reckon Surprise Brownlows was almost the easiest one, but I don't know. Former captains. 300 gamers. Players that have kicked over 10 goals in a game. Players that have worn helmets. Sean Darcy wore a helmet. Daniel wore a helmet. Marshall, I think, wore a helmet as well. But I don't know if any other... Selwood, maybe? What happens if I get this wrong, or is it just reset? No. Oh, I'm a 1 away, so I'm quite close. I've got 3 lives, so that's what that means. Shit. We're not going to have enough time to finish this. There's no time limit, is there? No. What about like kicking multiple goals in a grand final? Danaher, Smith, or just premiership players I could probably do. Ling. No, but there are multiple, aren't there? I was thinking Norm Smiths, but Selwyn never won Norm Smith. Ling never won. Oh, what about premiership captains? Shuey, Selwood, Ling. Oh, Ruckman, Darcy, Marsh. I don't know. I don't have any idea. Really confused. Same club plays. I don't know. I guess we'll get back to this. I'm honestly looking forward to getting back to it more than the actual game. But we have to... Look, it's a live reaction and we have to watch the game. That's the whole point. Because people are probably here to see my coverage of the game. So, yeah, it has to be done. All right, let's just bring it back up. No idea. Over 200 centimeters, potentially. Actually, that's a good one. Danaher. I just don't know about the Byron Pickett one, because you were close with Norm Smith. Byron Pickett probably won a Norm Smith, and I just don't know he did. McCartan, if he kicks this, it could almost end the game. He doesn't. Yeah, certainly a rusty game for both sides, skill-wise. You wouldn't want to see this opening round for sure. Imagine this was like the opening game of the season. How disappointing. If this is the quality of gameplay from like Brisbane, Geelong. All right, after the game finishes, we'll finish it. We'll try and finish the Stat Chatter Gurus quiz. I want to see some exciting play from the Suns. Some fast footy. Here's a go. Ainsworth should straighten up. Yes. The Suns have their first goal in the second half, and it came through Ben Ainsworth. 17 points. If they can get a couple more here. Do they normally do that where there's an announcer that after every goal that actually, I don't know, like congratulates the player that kicked it? Not normally. Maybe at Gold Coast game. I don't know if that's been a thing for a while. Well, I'll probably at some stage this year go to the Heritage Bank, so I'll figure it out for myself. King kicked 55 goals. I didn't even realise he kicked 55 goals in 2024. Did Suns have a goalless quarter last quarter? Yeah, I know, but it felt like they had so many entries. They had like over 17, I reckon. Well, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes when teams they just need that one goal, and that opens things up a little bit. Three are on the bond out for 6 weeks. Thoughts or through ya? Because in the game where he did his calf, it seemed like everything was all fine. They just didn't want to be risky with him, so they just decided, well, we'll just take him off for a preseason game. So I thought nothing of it. I was actually, I literally the last day I was thinking to myself in the back of my mind, like if Bond's injured round one, imagine that, and yeah, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. It won't be as bad, I guess, as it might seem, because, yeah, I know 6 weeks, but the first 2 weeks, he won't miss any games anyways. So I'll probably only miss 4 games of footy, maybe 5. Yulin, long another chance, but couldn't find it. He's had a few bites of the apple. Good work, Powell. Rogers. Here we go. Suns are playing. Yeah, a bit more spark in their game. Yeah. Playing on as well at all costs. It's just the last kick is a little bit disappointing. King will get a free there, though. North might get an early win. Yeah, I actually think there's a chance, even though North Melbourne are $3 to win. I'd consider betting money on North to win that game, to be honest. If I go, I reckon I'll probably do that. I'll support North. Because I know Blake wants to go to that game with me. So if I go to it with him, I'll be just pissing him off the whole time. Richmond are $11 to win, which is ridiculous. Especially with Carlton's outs. And even with them in the squad, I don't think they're that great. I don't think they'll be setting the competition on fire. 2 in a row, though, for Gold Coast. Exactly what they needed. 2 quick ones. 3 ain't even too bad. Yeah, but maybe the bookies just don't think North will have any improvement this year. Because I feel like it would be more like a $4 or $5 if it wasn't for all the injuries. Feels weird that it's only an 11-point margin, because I don't complain that much when games are in the balance. And it feels like this game could be in the balance despite the Suns. It just doesn't feel like they deserve to be winning this game, which they're not. But it seems like once they get a roll and they can score quickly, Gold Coast, I feel like they can score well at home, but tonight hasn't shown that. Geelong are 280 to win opening round. So that's fair. It's Brisbane. Winning the Gabba, you're never going to have great odds as an away team, but I think the Cats are a really good chance of winning. So the Suns have another inside 50 here. Let's see how well they can lock the footy in and get a few chances here. Oh, look at this. Rogers just unfortunately kicks it and he hits the belly of the ball, and that only just records a score. So really fast start here for Gold Coast. Can the Swans just settle things a little bit? I still think Gold Coast will run over the top of the Swans here. It feels like that's the way this game's going to play out now. I've got a lot more energy. Still, ball use is poor. Yeah, nice AFL videos. Not really sure what you want me to say in response to that, though, but sure. Like, it's not like it relates to me at all, but sure. Oh, another drop mark, Powell. I feel like he's actually provided bits and pieces, but a few errors. I think he supports Collingwood, Finn. That's probably why. I think he supports them. It's always quite even in the odds round one. I say that and then I look at Richmond, $11, but apart from Richmond this year, it's every game, there's no certainty. So it is sort of disappointing that the first game of round one is like the most obvious tip. Because Richmond aren't going to win, are they? Surely not. Haywood goes, finds McCartan, who's been everywhere, and he plays on quickly. Ball hangs in the air for a little bit, but it's found the target. McInerney to kick Sydney's first of the quarter. 9 goals, 11, 7, 13. So, yeah, has been inaccurate. No, he wouldn't have. But who cares about that Gold Coast Brisbane game anyways? I wasn't concerned at all. Wasteful chances here that the Swans are missing because I feel like they're not going to get as many opportunities as they did in the first half. What was I going to have a look at? Yeah, I kind of refuse to believe that they had... Well, you had Collingwood highest. Now, Brisbane had 15%. But I don't like the percentages. How could the Saints possibly be 18% to make finals? I feel like all the percentages don't add up. Or even Richmond 3% I feel like is too high. So there's plenty of time here for Gold Coast to overrun the Swans. Only an 11-point game. Reid could get it again. Oh, Reid. Ainsworth gets it. I think. Yeah, he does. Snaps it around and it's already cut down to 5 points in honestly a matter of minutes. I don't know why they couldn't have done this when I needed the goals to occur for the camera. Yeah, he does it probably based off gut feeling most likely. I don't think he's got an algorithm that does the formulas and percentages for him. I'm always hyped for a new footy season. It's so close away from starting. I've covered too much of this pre-season. It feels like I've been doing so much of this in the last few days that it feels like it's round 4. Even though it shouldn't feel like the footy season should start because it's still Feb. Looking lively for Gold Coast. Finally showing me what they're capable of. This is the footy that I'm expecting from Gold Coast this year. So maybe not as much of a concern as originally thought because it's pre-season, so you get a rusty start. I've liked the look of Rogers as well up forward. Yeah, it looks like Gold Coast. They've certainly got all the run and carry and the momentum. Sydney need a steadier. King goes up, almost marks it. Francis handballs it out, but it's all Gold Coast. Graham from the 50, and looks like it's gone through. He's hit, no, not hit the post. He's missed it to the left. Yeah, where is this come from? I can't believe it. You can even hear a little bit of atmosphere. You can hear the crowd a little bit. Not a lot, though. Because it's a Gold Coast game in pre-season. But like 8-2 inside 50s, it's a complete domination. They did dominate last quarter, but they just were wasting them. They were so lazy with their ball use. They're cleaner with the footy here, and they looks like they have more intent into what they're wanting to do. Yeah, not so long. I mean, cricket's on right now if you want to watch the cricket. Which that might be why not many people are tuning into this stream, because they think that's more worthwhile, which I don't blame them for. Because as shit as this game has been, it's only 4 points. While Humphrey has kicked that into the 7th tier. Just need to convert their chances. Well, both sides haven't been able to in this game, which is disappointing. Good kicking is good. What happened to that stand there? There are no seats. Noble. Great tackle. But that could be a sling. It's a sling. If he didn't execute that final action, it would have been a free kick to Sydney with that great tackle. As a bit of a scuffle's going on right now. You'll get more for opening round. Yeah, there'll be more hype and interest for sure. I find it weird how match sim games do so well. Oh, there's Ben Padden, former Saint. Oh, the Western Bulldogs Essendon game I did for the match sim, like, felt like I was so rushed with it, yet it got way more viewers than some of the other streams I've been doing, but that's YouTube. Bar of soap. Yeah, that third quarter felt like it was a bar of soap. Always seems to be the case in Gold Coast at night. Ball's always wet and dewy. Good tackle on Florent. He handballs it to no one. Ainsworth. Suns are just... It looks like there are more red jumpers. Way more than white jumpers. I think about it as well. There's no Papley. So Sydney arguably have a B-grade side right now, with a few of their younger players put on in the last half. Worst AFL team of all time. Early 1890s to early 1900s Saints side that didn't win a game. University when they were in the league. More recently, Fitzroy last season. GWS 2013 was shocking. Who else was like Melbourne in the early 2010s? 2013 Melbourne especially, that was shocking. West Coast and North more recently, they're up there with arguably one of the worst sides in the comp. Be interesting to know the best percentage for a bottom place side in the last 25 years, or most wins for a bottom place side. Thoughts on the Giants Carlton game? I mean, yeah, it wasn't the most entertaining game, but Carlton certainly killed them in that last quarter. They kicked the first 5 goals and really didn't look back. Giants just, worrying signs, but it is only pre-season. Almost Ben Long. He's had a lot of chances. West Coast 2023, they'd be in contention. North 2022 probably were worse than 2023 and 2024. Yeah, Essendon end of the season are up there as well. They're pretty bad. Especially in 2023, I thought. Well, they just gave up against the Giants and the Pies and lost by a combined total of 200, I reckon. Suns have such an easy start. I mean, I know Essendon could be a wild card, but they shouldn't be losing against Essendon at home, and they should be beating West Coast away, but they didn't last year. West Coast would believe that they could beat Gold Coast at home. I think most sides would probably believe they can beat the Suns at home, unless you're Richmond. Yeah, Richmond this year, people are saying that could be the worst side of all time. The last winless side since North Melbourne in the 50s, so that's why I don't think they'll go the season without winning, because it just every year a team seems to just find a win. All right, you might get an average team on their off day. You probably won't be beating like a top 4 or even 8 side on their off day if you're Richmond. But if you're playing North or West Coast or even St Kilda maybe. Oh, good mark. McCartan again. Jesus, putting out forward has been a great decision, it looks like. Tried to play on there, but they're going to bring it back. And the best team of all time, well, I think Essendon 2000. I can't remember. Has any team gone undefeated in a year? Not in the last 70 years. That's what I'm saying. No team has gone undefeated nor winless in the last 70 years. Adelaide had almost a winless season in 2020. And then they won 3 games in a row. Weird. So that's actually a really valuable goal for Sydney. Because they look like they were out of the contest a little bit. But they get a goal because they've been way more efficient when they're inside 50. Probably missing Andrew and Collins, definitely, but still. So, yeah. 10 points, 755. Stick around because we could get an exciting finish, which feels weird to say because it hasn't been an exciting game. When do the team coach cards come out? Will you be getting them? Yeah, I'll get them even though I haven't got heaps of money to spend on footy cards. Look at this. Is that Campbell? Jordan that was. I couldn't see the number on the back. Oh, Collins is back on. Never mind then. Sometimes the AFL app gives you the wrong information because either I got the wrong player. This is fucking average, says Menza. The game's been average, but at least in this quarter, the Suns have stepped up a little bit and showed what they're capable of. But it looks like the Swans are going to get a couple of steadies to probably be enough to win. It's been an average night of footy. Like if Sydney have a lot of different players right now in their lineup, a lot of mainstays not on their squad. So if they can win this, it'd be give them some good belief. They can compete against some pretty solid sides. So back to 16 points all of a sudden. I was going to say something, but I completely lost track of what I was going to say. Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you were out tonight, had plans and never got to catch any of the footy, you did miss out on much, and it is only pre-season, so how many of the average footy fans actually watch pre-season games? I don't feel like you would unless you've got to be a pretty decent fan. I mean, maybe you can watch your own team play, but how many AFL fans watch this many pre-season games? Like, not many. You wouldn't think. especially if it's like a pretty lackluster matchup, like Gold Coast Sydney at Heritage. I'd say the average AFL fan, again, probably only just watches their team for the most part. Maybe a few Friday night games every now and then. Because we're talking middle ground average. Really high ball. Good luck trying to mark it. And it looks like the Suns get a free, but it looked like Amani was being held, but Collins gets the free kick. And I don't know, hopefully the Suns can at least try to win this game because, you know, they're in a very winnable position and they've completely lost it. They haven't led all game. Berry, well done. Takes the game on, which is what the Suns have done rarely this game. Rao, poor kick inside 50. King, quite a poor collect and poor effort. Lloyd. Wicks. Good pressure on the Suns here. They could force a turnover. The Swans do okay though. McNerney, 6 minutes. Well, not this game, Riley. I'd probably say this is, unless we get a really close finish, this will be the worst game. Best game would be Brisbane Adelaide. Definitely. And then the next game we've got Saints Port at RSCA. The only game I'll be in attendance for. I'll most likely get a video out of the game. You know, why not? Even though I'm not vlogging every game I go to this year. And that'll be a free kick to Sydney for a really silly handball from Witts it was. And do they get a free kick? Yeah, 50 metres. Again. Really undisciplined from the Suns. Well, I can't see Gold Coast winning now, honestly. 5 minutes 20. And James Jordan has a chance to probably make the result a little bit too hard to come back from for Gold Coast. Which is kind of what this entire game, in a way, deserved. It didn't deserve a grandstand finish. So Jordan's had a good night. 26 touches and possibly a match-sealing goal. And he's kicked it. And out of kind of nowhere, after Gold Coast absolutely dominated the quarter, they've kicked 3 in a row, and that might be it. The Suns aren't going to kick 4 goals in 5 minutes. So it continues the streak of away teams winning every single game. I'm 0-5. Yeah, like, I'm not going to lie. I could have easily gone without watching these 2 games. But whatever. At the end of the day, I still get to see how the teams actually fared, how the players performed and all that, and it's pretty important. You went to GWS Carlton and I was right in front of the McGovern hangar. Oh, nice, Riley. You're from Canberra or you made a trip? Humphreys. There's not going to be time. Why are they starting to go now when it's all too late? Yeah, old man Joe. It was a good game. The best stream for sure. When I streamed it. Most enjoyable for sure. Noble. Can't find the target there. Reed. 4 minutes 14. Trying to remember, have any teams won it from this position where they've been down by 22 with 4 to go? I mean, North v Adelaide in 2013 is an example of that, I reckon. From Canberra, nice. Wild Rexy. I didn't expect you to become a member, especially on that account, but I'll take it. Thank you, mate. That's a bit of a shining light from a relatively average stream / a game. Three minutes now. Kind of waiting for this game to end. Shit, wrong account. Oh no, mate. I was gonna say after what you said about your about what your opinions were on that account, I'm surprised you picked that to become a member. That's fine, Wild Rexy. It's funny though. We all make mistakes like that, I guess. 2:43 to go. And that should be 50. Didn't give the ball back on the full. Was that a City play that gave it or not? No idea. Wits will get the ball back. Probably should give it off. I wouldn't think he kicks it from here, Jared Witts. So stiff. Such a stiff play. He should kick this though, theoretically, but a ruckman are never good shots for goal. At least never Jared Witts. He's never been a good shot for goal. Yeah, I think that'll be it for the live streams this week for the pre-season. 5 is more than enough. You're not going to see 5 live streams in a week for the rest of the year. Unless I get COVID, I guess, maybe. Unless I'm like extremely sick. But if I'm extremely sick, would I want to stream? No, I wouldn't. I don't know. We've only have one game to base it off, and I haven't watched really any of the match sims, to be completely honest. I was away for the whole time. I watched Essendon Bulldogs. Bits and pieces of the Gold Coast Collingwood game, like a quarter. And the Saints Carlton game, the game that I attended. I expect to beat the Power. We play quite well at RSCA, so expect a good challenge. Like there are no odds for preseason games, but I don't know. I feel like we'd almost go into that one favourites with a few of your outs. Everyone has outs though. Healthiest list heading into 2025. Adelaide. You could say Collingwood, but even like they got De Goey and Mitchell out. Essendon haven't really got too many players injured. Freo as well. Gold Coast. I don't know. There are a bunch of clubs, in all honesty. Hawthorn. Yeah, well, I was going through in order of team names. So Hawthorn, they've got Deer. He's still out. Lewis. But like apart from that, they had all their best 22 players playing for them in the Dogs game, I think. CJ as well, yeah. True. So I wouldn't say they're the healthiest list then, because there are a few handy players in that injury list. Melbourne, they have injuries. North. Hardwick, another one. North. Well, they got Wardlaw. That's just enough for me to say that it wouldn't be North. Port Adelaide have injuries. Richmond have injuries. St Kilda have injuries. Sydney have injuries. West Coast have injuries. Bulldogs have injuries. So yeah, probably Adelaide. Gold Coast never really have injuries. They haven't really had any over the last couple of weeks. Years, sorry. But Andrew's a concern, so maybe he's someone to look at. Well, I don't know. It'll be a month, so I guess, is it 28th of March or will it be the end of March? Because it's a month. Like a month is either. How do they? Is it just 30 days? I don't know. Because it's a month, but what would be considered a month at this point onwards? Because most months are 30 or 31 days. This is a 28-day month, which is probably 30 days, then I would assume. That would make the most sense. And why does February have 28 days? Like honestly, when you think about it in that way, it doesn't really make any sense. And why the fuck has Feb got 28 days? I understand why leap years are a thing, but like I just don't understand it. Geelong are pretty healthy, the most protected club as well as Collingwood. Yeah, Cats didn't have many, so that's why I think Cats are going to go alright. It certainly helps. Like luck plays a lot of a part in a really good season. If you got a luck with no injuries. Anyways, that's it for the game. I will quickly try to get that quiz thing completed. We'll give that a go before I wrap it up, but I don't really want to stay for any longer. There's no need to. I've been live for the last 6 hours. I feel tired. I really don't feel like I'm providing as much as I can at my best because I'm literally behind the screen for 13 hours and I'm going to be behind the screen for another 5 to 6 to finish my ladder predictions. But fuck it, it's the footy season. So yeah, Sydney win by 21 points. Apart from like a decent half of a quarter from the Suns, they really were disappointing. But again, I can't really change my predictions. I've already got everything like lined up, so they'll be kept in where I originally had them. You mistakenly opened the tab that was on this account from earlier. Oh, that's how you did it. I was going to say, how'd you make the mistake? But, you know, that makes sense. All right. I've got a lot of tabs open, but this is the tab that I need open. Play along at home or wherever you are, assuming you guys will be at home. We need to get... So apparently the Norm Smith one was close. So I would assume that you've got Smith, Hayes, Shuey, Byron Pickett. Like, there's no way he wouldn't be a Norm Smith medalist if there were 4. I think he must have won one. Yeah, he has. I just didn't know for sure, but that would have made sense. All right, next up. Should get this. Plays over 200 centimeters was someone's... You'd think that, but there's a gaping hole. Ling Dan. Oh, what about plays that start with the letter C? No, that's silly. That'd be stupid. Players that have played for Geelong. Players that have played for... When one club plays, you got Marshall, Lindsay Thomas. No, you don't have Lindsay Thomas. Ling, Darcy, and Lacroix. And Selwood, so that wouldn't work. Well, we got the Norm Smith medalist one, but I had a feeling that I was as close as you could get with it, so I wasn't really too surprised that that was the next one I got right. Let's see. Best and fairest winners. Players who retire after winning the grand final. Good one. That's a really good one, actually. Ling, Danaher, Selwood, Lacroix. Last game is a grand final win. Yeah, good one. Really good. And then this one, the only one I can think of was the helmet one I had from before. Players to have worn a helmet. Oh, no. The fuck? 2 first names. I wouldn't have got that one. Maybe if I studied the board for long enough, I could have maybe put it together. But yeah, fair enough. All right, that's it. That's good to get it done. Cop that one, Stat Chat. Too smart for you. Yeah, honestly, if Stat Chat or anyone else wanted to create a few of these connections, they'd be honestly really fun to play on stream. There are random ones here that I could have a go at, but is there an AFL one? Potentially, if I looked up AFL, I could do one more if there is, but if not, I'm not going to bother. There is this one, I guess. How would this work, though? Okay, I don't get how this would work at all. I'd go birds, but that wouldn't count. When's my next overnight stream? No plans for overnight streams. But I had that on the top right. Like, I'll probably have that for nights that I could do an overnight. It's a way if people really want to see it, you got to give me money for it, because it's just nothing that I ever intentionally want to do, especially spontaneously. If I wanted to do an overnight, I would plan an overnight and make it actually fun, jam-packed with a lot of cool shit. Because I can see the perks, but I don't have the green tag. Really? I think it would only be on your other account, unless potentially you've got the two accounts connected to one. You still have 50-hour stream, I know. But that could still just be this off-season. Like, I know I probably should have done it by now, but I never ended up planning it because I wanted to wait to purchase this device, which would make them like 5 times the better quality. So, yeah, maybe I'll wait, because I haven't really got any plans to do it during the footy season. I have too much stuff on my plate. Yeah, Wispy, you're probably right. You are right, actually. You certainly would be able to. This doesn't make any sense. Sorting teams. Teams with black and white in their colours. No idea. Teams that haven't won a flag yet. Dockers, Suns, John. No, but you need 4. That's the thing. Guernseys with stripes. Hawthorn, Kangaroos, Collingwood, Saints. Surely. What? Ah. Alright. Teams with the most flags in order, I would doubt it, but let's go Collingwood, Carlton, Essendon, Hawthorn. Because not every team's on this list. Like, there's no Geelong, I don't think. Oh, God. Yeah, but so the way this game works, you sort it in groups of 4. Abbreviate it, no. Yeah, I'm not going to get this, because I don't actually think there's an order to this. I just think it's random. This guy doesn't know how to play this game. He just put random teams. So I think I'm just overthinking this. There's probably no point. Because what else have I got? Like, nothing. Teams, the last 4 teams that would have won a flag. Lions. Well, then there's no Cats, so I can't do that. Fuck it. Let's just see what it is. Doesn't matter. Alright. Reveal answer. Let's just reveal it. There actually were categories. I just thought this is so random. Least premierships. Fuck off with poverty franchise, but it makes sense, actually. Top 4 actually would make sense. VFL teams. Excluding other categories. Jesus, alright. I just thought he just put round, because I didn't understand how he was going to sort them out. Alright, let's do another one. I'm in the mood of playing one more. Alright, this time we have players again, which I think will give us a little bit more. Maybe it's by their state. Yeah, feel free to help out in the chat if you have any ideas of what they could be related to. So Connor Rosie, Hawkins. Right now, no clue. Norm Smith medal, I could do Hill, Rioli, Martin, Shuey. That would surely be one. It is. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to do it for a stream, but I just don't know if it'd be a stream that would perform the best because I never really get huge numbers, and it's not all about numbers, but I'd prefer to just do it at night than rather not waste it for a good time slot. Captains. Current captains, yeah, probably. Is Pierce not a captain? Well, it's not that. It wouldn't be that then. Small forwards. Luke Bruce, Stengel. Well, I feel like that's too obvious. But yeah, probably. How? Shit. Coleman medal winners. I don't think... What? No. Okay, Georgia. Coleman? No, it can't be that. Adelaide plays. Players that have played for the Crows. That's my last bet. Oh, fucking hell. Continue playing? Alright, let's just continue playing. We need to get this at some stage. Unlimited lives. Hold up. Sort my camera out. A second. I believe it's overheated again. Nah, battery's out. Really? Maybe I just never got a chance to fully charge. I don't know, whatever. I'll just use the webcam. It doesn't really matter too much. I reckon after this I'm going to give up. There we go. Height. Well, I would have thought at least the captain's one or the Crows one would have worked, but no. Well, I'll stream tomorrow. I don't think I'll stream tomorrow. I reckon I'm going to give it a rest. Because I've done consecutive 6-hour streams, and you probably wouldn't see that happen very often. Right. But they've been beneficial for the most part. But they haven't performed crazy. None of the streams have done that well numbers-wise, but they've still been all right. Okay. Think about it. Geelong forwards? Like, why are there three? I feel like there should be a reason behind the 3 Geelong forwards. It could be like plays that have made the All-Australian in that year. Players who have played for 2 clubs. Yeah. How isn't it? Because it makes sense. It's 4. All-Australian 2023. Walker. Green. Charlie Cameron. I don't know. Jeremy Cameron. Wouldn't be that. Premiership players. Charlie Cameron won a premiership though. Bruce won a premiership, but possibly this was done before the flag, so we'll go premiership players then. Fuck! I really want to know what this is. Should we think outside the box, like the double first name? I was never going to think of that. Sexually active players. I don't like. Are we thinking too much? Is there a deeper? Is there something deeper we need to evaluate? Who the fuck knows? Isaac Heaney. See, what could they relate to? Why do we have 3 Cats players here? All Australian captains. But Green would be the only captain. I couldn't think of anyone else. Captain isn't one. Cameron Stengel, Bruce, Toby Green. Well, we tried small forwards, but it wasn't that. What about key forwards? Walker, Cameron, Hawkins. But then... Or tall players. These are the... Oh, for Fuck's sake. Highest fantasy gatherers in 2024. We aren't ending the stream till we get this. What's this game called? It's called Connections. Midfielders. Mate, I feel like we're sort of picking up the scraps now. Like, I surely wouldn't be that. I feel like it's way too obvious. No, it's not that. But they all sort of make sense. They all have like four. More than 500 goals. But no, none of the other. Oh, Bruce. Most current goals. We got one. It wasn't, but it was that. And now that we have 8 more, we should get this right. They all start with the letter T. That was a good guess. 4 of them do. Most current goals. Okay. Let's see. Dawson, Pierce. Merritt, Isaac, Green, Rosie. What's your connection? How do these all relate? Shortest player? No, not shortest. No, captains isn't going to work. If it didn't work before, it's not going to work now. Mids. Yeah, no, I was going to say... Players from an SA club? I'm pretty sure I tried that. Players that have played for an SA club. I tried that. It's a good one, though. I mean, if I really wanted to with unlimited lives, I could just randomly click until I get to a stage where I've got 4. But that might take a while. Current interstate players. Well, 6 of the 8 are all interstate. I think it's got more to do with like them as players more so than the clubs they play for, personally. Maybe best and fairest winners. Toby Green won a best and fairest. Heaney probably has. Dawson, probably Stengel. Fuck. I thought that was going to be it, to be honest. Rank it in terms of games. But like it wouldn't make sense because these players have more games. Like, I feel like it should make sense. So, you got to consider the names on the top. And they can't have had a role in any of these ones. Oh, I really should have just ended the stream earlier because we could be here for a while. Played finals in 2024. Heaney, Green, Rosie, Cameron. But Stengel did as well. We're 1 away. Oh, we're 1 away. Okay, this is 1 away apparently. Which one's the old one out and which one's the one that replaces? Most goals? I reckon most goals in 2024 from this list. Well, we got it. I mean, what the fuck was the category? We didn't get it right. Small forwards that made the All-Australian in 2023. Geez, that's oddly specific. And what would this be? Because we have the last one, but what would this connotation be? Captains then. And I thought we had captains. I honestly thought I did that because that's quite obvious, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. 90% of the players took more than 8 goes. It can trick you. Guess so. All right. Well, I've got to stay up late tonight because I said in my last video that I was going to get my ladder predictions out and I haven't even really filmed it or anything like that. So, yeah, just can't fall asleep when I get tired because if I do that, then it'll look bad. All right. See you guys. I'll have a good one. Yeah, cheers.